friends, I am Harshal and today I am going to teach you what is asexual reproduction. Firstly, we will know what's the meaning of reproduction. Reproduction means to produce offspring of its own type. Now, asexual reproduction takes place in lower grade animals, for example yeast, Spirogyra or other microorganisms. In this, a single parent is involved. In this means in asexual reproduction, single parent is involved. In this, the chromosomal number remains constant. It means in asexual reproduction, the number of chromosomes always remain constant. There is no fusion of male or female gametes. Okay, now I will tell you the types of asexual reproduction. First is budding. The most common example of budding is yeast. In yeast, small bulbs form from the parent cell, and after getting the maturity, they get separate from their parent cell. For example, like this is the yeast cell. It supports budding. So after some time, it will like this. It means the reproduction has started. The small bud is growing slowly, and it is the nucleus, and it is the whole yeast cell. Okay, it takes the part of the nucleus. In next stage, what will happen? It will grow more. Here the curve is less. Here the curve is more. It means it is developing more. And the last stage, it will get totally separated and form a new individual cell. This is the new cell. So budding takes place in yeast. This is the yeast cell and it is the nucleus of the yeast cell. It starts reproducing. So the small bulb has grown. Then in this it is more grown, and after some time, after getting the maturity, it gets separated or detached from the parent cell. The new cell form get the nutrition from the parent cell in the reproducing stage. So this is the example of budding, and budding is commonly found in yeast cell. Okay, so the next is fragmentation. Fragmentation. Okay. The most common example of fragmentation is Spirogyra. Spirogyra. The most common example of fragmentation is Spirogyra. So, for example, this is the Spirogyra. This will form like this. There will be waves inside. Okay. Now, in Spirogyra, after getting the favorable condition, when Spirogyra gets the favorable condition, it's divided into some fragments. It will divide into fragments. This is the Spirogyra. After getting the favorable condition, the Spirogyra will divide and will form new cells or a new Spirogyra. Okay. After getting the favorable condition, the Spirogyra will divide and will form a new cell or a new Spirogyra. So, Spirogyra divides in such a way like this. When it will get the favorable condition, it will divide and give rise to a new cell or a new Spirogyra. Okay. So, the last type is spore formation. Next is spore formation. The most common examples of spore formation are Mucor and Rhizopus. Now I will tell you spore formation in Mucor. For example, if you keep a piece of bread in moist place, then after some time cotton-like fungal growth is seen. In this cotton-like fungi, black and brown colored sporangia containing spores are seen. So this is the sporangia, and in the inner part of sporangia we will see these types of spores. When these spores are released in air, when these spores are released in air, when these spores are released in air, being light in weight, they are spread at many faraway places. Each spore at unfavorable condition like high temperature and low moisture makes a hard coating around themselves. When they got an unfavorable condition, they form hard coating around themselves to protect from such type of condition. When they got a favorable condition, the spores germinate. The spores germinate and form a new fungal filament, which means hyphae. And the example is Mucor and Rhizopus. This type of example can be seen in bread. Spore formation is nothing but a bread mold. In bread, fungal filaments like these start growing. This part is known as sporangium, and the lower part, this is known as mycelium. In this sporangium, there are many spores like this. This is the inner representation of sporangium. Now the spores are released in air. And when they got an unfavorable condition, they form a coating around them. Coating to protect themselves. And when they got a favorable condition, they germinate again and form a new fungal filament like this, known as hyphae. And the most common example are Mucor and Rhizopus. So this was asexual reproduction, and I am definitely sure that after seeing this video, you will be able to tell anyone what is asexual reproduction. Thank you.